Sawadee. Oh, sorry. Got my headphones in. Kruntab Central Station, Bangkok. I made it all the way from Sisaket. Sleeper train. How many people are sleeping? Obviously some of them have probably got early trains. Others... Some have got bags. Others haven't. But when I came out, I mean, a little bit more space now. But initially when I came out, the station's here. Just come out of this gate 11. Say I'm here. There's just no room to sit down. I think it's in Thailand. You don't have to worry so much about being cold, exposure, and it's a rainy season. Clearly it's not raining right now. So if they are exposed, and it's outside, it's not undercover. But it's really cool today. Obviously the sun's not up yet. The temperature will rise significantly once the sun's out. It's 5 in the morning. Just had a coffee out of the vending machine. So there's taxi ranks and buses and coaches there. But I booked my appointment. By the way, I've got to sort out my passport. I ordered a new passport, a replacement passport, online using the online portal. Paid for it. Sent the email link to my friend who's a civil servant to get it, not authorised, to get it ID, whatever confirmation. That was it. So she just confirmed that she knew me to be the person who was applying for the passport. Took her a while, but because the link weren't working, there was some. She said something about the link that I sent her. I think it was the link that was the problem, because I sent it to her again the second time, and it then worked. Or maybe she just did something different the second time. But anyhow, she got it to work, and I got confirmation that that's all in hand. And then about 10 days later, I get an email from postal passport. Sorry, the passport people in wherever, London or wherever they are based, and saying that they've cancelled it because of my address. Alright, okay. What address have you got? They still haven't provided me with the address that apparently, basically, they're saying that there's been two addresses used. And I said, well, I've only got one address. Send me this other address that you've got, because when I filled everything in, I only used my home address. So I don't know where they get this other address from. Yes, I'm not at my home address. I'm in Thailand without a passport. And then basically they said, no, the addresses don't match. And I put in a complaint to say, well, tell me what this other address is then, because I haven't entered any other addresses. So, but they covered their asses to some extent by then saying, you do realise you break. I didn't know, and I didn't know this. Apparently, you're breaking the law if you send it on. Apparently, nobody else is allowed to touch your passport. I don't know how that works, because obviously they send it to you in the post. So the postman touches your passport, and that's basically all I was going to do. I was going to get it sent to my home address, someone put it in an envelope, and then send it to me. I don't know exactly how or why me having to come down, spend money, get into Bangkok and all the rest of it. Not yet, too early, soon. And yeah, you know, to go through all the aggravation of doing this, which I thought I'd already done anyway, to now spend time, money, and effort coming down to Bangkok. I mean, I've just come on a sleeper train. I'll probably get the same sort of train back. I'll stay a day, or you know, I'll stay today and go back tomorrow. And I'll probably go on the same sort of sleeper train on the way back. But honestly, you know, they're saying I've got to do it in person. Well, I kind of get it, but why was it I was able to order it, pay for, and that was the other thing. She's saying that the person who emailed me back, because obviously I complained, and the lady who emailed me back, what's it, so the lady who emailed me back saying, no refund. You what? You haven't even got to the point of, well, I assume, haven't even got to the point of printing it or doing anything. And you're now telling me I'm not even eligible for a refund? You fucking, I'll tell you. When I get to this, once I get to the point today of them saying, well, and the cost is, the payment is, well, you best be giving your folks back in England a call then to find out what's going on with this friggin' refund, because I ain't paying twice. Why should I have to pay over £300? Yeah, to get something that costs £150. They want me to pay double? I ain't fucking paying double. Why should I? They cancelled it. I did nothing wrong. Done nothing wrong. They can't just bloody keep my money. That's stealing. So, yeah. But that's the other weird thing. I got 2 emails. One of them said, not eligible, I won't be getting a refund. And then I don't know if it was the same person or a different department, I don't know. There was another email I read, basically said, give us the reference number, the new reference number, which I assume I'll get today once I, you know, go to this appointment. Give them the new reference number of the what they'll do today, and obviously tell them about the old reference number. And then once they've got the new one, I'm not sure if it's refund or just, you know, carry the payment over to the other one or whatever. I don't know. Obviously that's payment technical stuff. I don't know. But I can't just walk away from £150. You know, that's what. Well, put it that way, my rent is less than £150. So that's like a whole month's rent. If someone said to you, you know, you're going to have to just kiss goodbye to a month's rent, I don't think there'll be many people who'd be very happy with that situation, as I'm not. So anyway, this is I assume obviously their biggest train station, and it is very big and it is very swanky. The signage inside's a little bit confusing, and yeah, their fire exits aren't very well. Considering there was a massive fire in Bangkok last week or the week before, you know, and I worked in fire safety for over 5 years, so it's something I'm constantly looking for anyway. And obviously with that recent fire, 28 people dead, I think. Yeah, you know, that is obviously something that you're going to be wary of. And I mean, it's a massive building, you know, but yeah, the fire exits aren't very well signposted, in my opinion. Anyway, so I've got literally 5 hours, or say 4.5 hours left now to give myself to this appointment. So I've got plenty of time. I'll probably just grab a grab, get a grab taxi. Buses. I think buses are fine if you use them often enough to know what you're doing. And I just can't be bothered with the aggravation. So I've got until 10 o'clock. I've got 4 or 5 hours. So I could just go find a hotel now, but they'll obviously check-in won't be until 9, 10, 11 o'clock. So there'd be no point to go and try and bother to do that. Well, obviously, you can tell I haven't booked anything. I've just got myself here, and then I'll get off to the appointment. I think it's about 7-8 kilometres from where I am now. So it's not too far. So if the worst comes to the worst, I can always walk. But that bag with my clothes in is actually quite heavy, and yeah, I'd rather not. So I'll probably just get a taxi. Sod it. So yeah, folks, don't lose your passport. Well, don't lose your passport. Don't misplace your passport. I cancelled it as being lost, and then when I came to pack this bag, this is like my overnight bag, whatever you want to call it, my travel bag. When I come to pack that, I found the sodding thing in there. That's not the place that I keep it. What happened is, after I'd done my visa extension at the immigration office, because at the time it'd been, it's baking hot every day, but it'd been unbearably hot. So I wanted to just cool down, and there's a hotel not far from where I live. So I just went and booked, because it's got a swimming pool, you see. So I just went and booked in there for like 3-4 days, and I just totally forgot. Completely and utterly, totally forgot. So obviously when I packed to stay at the hotel, that passport was not in its normal place, put it that way. Yeah. What I should have done is, after I'd gone to the immigration officers, gone back home, put my passport back where I keep it, and then gone off to the hotel. But no, I went straight from the immigration office and then spent a few nights in the hotel and went swimming. And that was a bit of a letdown because it fucking pissed it down. But anyway, not the whole time obviously, but But it was nice having a nice luxurious bedroom and what have you. Anyway, so the lost passport is found. It's still obviously it's no good now because it's been cancelled. So it's just it's a waste of paper as it stands. Because if I tried to use it, it wouldn't work. It's been cancelled. It's they'd probably get red flags and might get even more issues with immigration. Lost and found passport. To some extent, it doesn't really make that much difference, in all fairness, folks, because it was pretty much completely full anyway, each page. So, getting a new passport really is something I would have had to do anyway. So, yeah, fingers crossed, folks. Fingers crossed. I got my suspicions that they will probably go like they did before. They'll say, you can do emergency documents and things like that. Just so, for your information, folks, emergency documents, travel documents, like an emergency passport, if you want to call it that, it's pretty much exactly the same price as ordering a new passport. Yes, obviously the emergency documents they can do pretty much there and then, and you can be on your way, back home and all that. But obviously that's it. That's a one-time thing. So you're paying £150, I think, pretty much thereabouts. You're paying £150 for documents, paperwork. It's not a passport, to get you home, and that's it. They're no good to anything. They're in the bin then. That's it. Finished with. So obviously, A new passport is, like I say, pretty much the same sort of price, and of course you can use that until until you use it up or lose it, misplace it, whichever. But the point is, you can use it as a passport, continue to use it as a passport, whereas obviously emergency documents you can't. So I don't think that's a very good value for money. I think they're exploiting people to a certain extent. I think with the emergency documents being that sort of money, I think really emergency documents, £50 maximum. And if your passport's still valid and still kind of current, and I don't know, maybe it's damaged or something like that, maybe they should fucking do it for free, or maybe a little bit of admin or something. But anyway, that's not what I want. I don't want emergency documents. I've got no intentions of going back to the UK. So, obviously I want a passport so I can carry on staying here, because each and every day, and that's another thing, with me already applying and paying for and getting confirmed my passport, and then about 10 days later, the passport people in the UK have cost me about 4,000 baht. So what's that about? I say they've cost me. They've delayed me getting my passport by whatever time from when I, sent all the confirmation and that all got confirmed, and then for them to decide to cancel it because of this address issue. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. And I've put in a complaint, and I want them to provide this other address that they say that I've used, because I'm 99.9% sure I only used the one address. So I get the point about, well, I didn't. I'm only now telling you what I've been told, so I haven't actually, to be fair, I will, because I've got some time now. If I don't forget. Yes, she's saying it's like breaking the law. I mean, it's not a law, obviously, unless you're like some sort of fraudster or something. It's probably not a law that you'd even be aware of. So there you go, folks. This is some information for you. Or maybe I'm just stupid. That's probably more the case. Apparently you can. Nobody else is apparently supposed to touch your passport or do anything with it. So say you, I don't know. Honestly, it's maybe not a very good example, but say you, I don't know, you lived in Manchester, but you were going to fly out of Heathrow in London, but you got some friends you were going to go see before you went to get your flight, like a day or two afterwards, yeah? So you're going to be in London for a day or two. And then once you get to London, you go, oh shit, where's my passport? I'm flying in a couple of days. I mean, obviously you yourself could go back and get it, but also if you've got 3 or 4 days, you'd just probably phone your mate up or your mum or your dad or someone and say, oh, just pop it to mine, or and send that next day delivery to me. And you're telling me that's to do that would be illegal? I mean, I will Google it in a minute. I mean, I know it's like official paperwork, official document, so it makes sense that could be a thing, but really breaking the law, I don't know about that. That seems a bit harsh to me. Someone trying to use it, fair enough, different situation altogether. But for a family member to take your passport out of a drawer, write an address on an envelope, pop it in the envelope, go to the post office and get them to do, next day recorded delivery and all that. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm abroad. Maybe they're saying that that's too much of a risk because I'm abroad in the postal service. But what postal service are they going to use? Because I can guarantee that the passport office, these emergency passport people that I'm going to go see today, they ain't going to print off a passport. They will be ordered from the UK and then sent to to Thailand, whether or not it goes through a diplomatic pouch, some sort of diplomatic way, possibly. But they're not putting a person on the aeroplane with my passport to bring it to me. So there's obviously a system in place, and I'm pretty sure it probably still involves postal service, which is what I was going to use anyway. So they're saying in this like, that's breaking the law. The other thing was, and also it's extremely risky. You're telling me it's against the law, but then you're giving me the advisory, like slap on the wrist, no, that it's a very risky thing to do. It's exactly the same fucking thing that they're about to do, I'm pretty sure of that. And they're going to then charge me for the the privilege, not privilege, but for the fact that I'm going to have that passport sent to me. Which I would have then, obviously, it's been sent to my home address, and then I would have had to pay for it, so I'm still having to. But the thing is, the cost between me getting my people, my friend who's got access to my property, to send it, to send it to me is cheaper. I think it's like £10, £15 max. But the difference in their price, I think, was about £30 or £40 to use their delivery service. So they're robbing bastards, I tell you. And I really want this evidence, because this is the thing. They're saying I've used two addresses. Tell me what this other address is then, because I know I've only got one address. I would never use a second address because I've only got the one. So, it seems to be that because I'm here, this is my address. Yeah? And I suppose to some extent that's the same for everyone, isn't it? Wherever you are in the world, if you want something sent to you, that's the address that you're, wanting the parcel delivered to. But this isn't my address. This is just where I'm staying. And I know I didn't put any addresses for Thailand into their system anyway, so I've got no fucking idea. I know obviously how it's come up as Thailand, because when you report it lost and all that kind of stuff, you tell them. So I don't know. I even though I've emailed them and spoken to them in that sense, and like said, look, I think you're getting the wrong idea and all that, and obviously I've made a complaint, and I will still keep pursuing that, because I don't believe they have any right whatsoever to I mean, they have a right to, if obviously, and they're correct, I'm not going to lie, they are correct in as much as I was going to get it forwarded to me. But that's only, in my mind, that's doing the same as what they're doing. Like, like I'm saying, sending it to me, posting it and all that. Okay, maybe they have some sort of diplomatic postal system, and I'm assuming in which case, that's the other annoyance. Obviously, I'm going to do all this paper filling in today and what have you. I'll worry about the payment side once I've got the reference number, because obviously that's what I've been told. They ain't going to be done and dusted today, so I'm going to obviously get it all done and dusted in as much as the ball is starting to roll again. That was already rolled, but it's going to have to start to be rolled again as from today. So I am mindful that overstaying my, I'm illegal technically now. I'm going to have to budget 500 baht a day fine until the time that I now leave. Yeah. So that obviously, that isn't. That's neither here or there. That's just the law of the land. So you've got to suck that one up. So I ain't going to complain about that. it's just I got a budget for it, you know. So basically, every day I wake up, before I do anything, 500 baht is already gone. So obviously that day after day after day after day, and obviously maybe taking 3, 4, 5 weeks for a passport to be printed and sent. I'm gonna suggest it's gonna come to the office here. Yeah, it's gonna come to the passport people in Bangkok. So once it's arrived, guess what? I'm gonna have to come back down again. So that's more expense. So what I will do though, I don't actually know. No, I probably won't. Why? No, I'm not gonna. I was thinking, it's all right. I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll have my new passport. So obviously, the best thing to do would be to leave straight away. You know, because obviously I can't leave until I got a passport. And obviously, when it comes to Bangkok, that's an ideal place to fly out of. But place that I'll probably want to go, which is Laos. Actually, no, scrap that. I just remembered it'll probably be near August time, and my uncle will be in Cambodia. He's retiring, or he has retired now, and he's apparently going to spend his retirement in Cambodia. So, and he said that was August, or at least my mum said that was August. So take that with a pinch of salt. I might be wrong. So actually, I could go see him, flying to Cambodia, because the border at the moment is still closed. So I can't cross the land border anyway. So that might be an option. Might be an option. But, you know, if he's got somewhere nice to stay, and that maybe I can sleep on his couch for a week or 2. But it'll be a fresh passport, so shouldn't really have any problems coming in and out of Thailand anyway then, because they'll just go by what they see in the passport, you know, the stamps. They don't really look at the computer, they just look at the stamps. So shouldn't really have any problems. So I'm going to have to budget for that as well. But that's obviously a me problem. That's just a me problem. But passport people in England, you best be answering my complaint and providing this so-called other address, because so far nobody's responded. They've responded, but they're neglecting to tell me what address that I've used. Yeah, I can't just say Thailand. Thailand's a country, that's not an address. So I want to know what this other address, because I know 100% that I did not use any other address. Why would I? It makes no sense. So anyway, yeah, thank you UK Passport Office. You've costed me, obviously all this coming here, and also the delay of 500 baht a day. So you probably cost me, and if obviously you give me the refund, this could cost me the best part of £500, all in all, you know. Thank you Passport Office in UK for screwing me over. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. I am not going to worry about it. This camera is really, really bad. Sorry folks. This is a new phone, but I think it's going to be, I was told the camera's good, but its autofocus is shocking. Anyway, wish me luck, and if you wouldn't mind tapping that like button, that really helps the algorithm. And 90% of you that watch these videos aren't subscribed, so maybe consider subscribing and following whatever disaster this next part of my life's going to take, because it seems to start to take a very steep down decline. Anyway, looks like the sun will be up very soon, so TTFN.